noong Abril 15, higit kumulang 7:30 a.m. Sa isang checkpoint ay meron pong nasabat na sa official way ay kulang-kulang approximately 2.3 kilograms o nakakalaga ng approximately 9.68 billion pesos worth of shabu. No? Gusto ko lang nilawin, tama po kayo Mr. Senator, dahil napakalaki po nito. Maraming mga, sabihin na natin may issues, no? Pero on record, isa po ito sa pinakamalaki na naganap sa ating bansa. Now, let me show po to you yung pong mga nangyari dito. Audio please. Video. Okay. Anuhin ko na lang po, pagpapatuloy ko po, inuulit ko po, ito yung nangyari noong higit kumulang 7:30 ng umaga, approximately 7:30, noong April 15 sa Alitagtag, Batangas. Nagkaroon po noon ng checkpoint at nasabat po rito ang isang photon na van. No? Ngayon, pagkasabat po nito, hindi na ho nilayo yung van. Kung saan po nahuli yung van, itinabi na lang sa bangketa. Kaya kung makikita nyo po yan mismo yung arrested suspect, no, yung nandirito po kanina, si Mr. Sarate, no, para malinaw sa lahat. At inintay muna ang tatlong tinatawag na testigo. Ito yung Prosecutor Rosa Patulot Besadillas ng Department of Justice, Alfredo Mertola Jr., ang barangay captain ng Pinagkrusan Alitagtag, at Lito Rendora, ang media representative. Sa ating mga kababayan, ito po'y importante para itong tatlong testigo, ito ay napaka-importante to make sure na talagang in compliance sa batas ang ginagawa. Dito po, pakibalik lang muna, please. Pakibalik lang. Kanina po, ayan, kita nyo si media, pakibalik mo pa. So bago buksan, ayan, pakibalik mo pa. Isa pa. Balik mo lang. Before. Ayan, kita nyo, nakasarado. Yung mismong suspect ang pinagbuksan para malinaw ito sa publiko. No? Klarong-klaro po iyan. No.
So, sir, categorically you can declare that there was no pilferage.
Wala po.
Walang pilferage.
These pictures, at hindi lang po, Mr. Chairperson, hindi lang itong picture, I'm sure maraming media na dyan na kumukuha na po ito. At before that, Mr. Chairperson, meron pong tape yan na nakapaligid na secured ang area. Napaka-importante po nun. We will make sure na ito'y ayon sa batas dahil malaki po ito. Gusto namin makulong talaga mga tao pong ito, Mr. Senator.
Please continue.
Opo. So ngayon, next please. So ayan, nung binuksan niya na, nakita nyo. Maraming tataka, paano pinagkasya dyan? Ayan na po ang best proof, ang litrato mismo. Talagang nasa loob po itong mga drogang po ito na nagko-contain ng illegal drugs. Next please. Ngayon, ito po yung media, no? Na dino-document ang seized illegal drugs prior to its unloading, kasama pa ang dalawang testigo. Next. Yan. Ito na yung actual video. No? Kung makikita po ninyo, ito'y ang RD, ang PRO4A, ang OIC ng Alitagtag, NPS, and the media witness and the other witnesses were present in the area while the seized illegal drugs were being unloaded from the van. Pansinin nyo yung sticker na yung kulay dilaw, yan po is to make sure talagang nakahiwalay po yan. So open to the public po ito. Wala pong tinago ang kapulisahan dito. Okay? Next please. Yan. So ayan po yung suspect. Parating hindi po nawawala yung suspect at yung PD ng Batangas. Nakita nyo, napakarami po talaga yung binabang mga droga na yan. Next please. So ayan po, no? Next. Ngayon, pagbaba po niyan, may tinatawag tayong initial screening test. No? Ito yung tinetest. No? Muli, andyan po ang tatlong representante, ang Department of Justice, ang barangay captain, at ang media, para mat-check kung talagang shabu po ito. At ito nga ay nag-positive. Next, please. Pagkatapos, ito pong tatlong testigo na ito, kasama yung arrested suspect, andyan lang po sila. Hindi po sila umalis dyan. Kano katagal ito? 2 gabi po sila nandyan. Hindi po sila umuwi. Napakahirap na trabaho po nito. No? So, andyan po sila. Next. Ngayon, pagkatapos pong mabilang po lahat yan, nagkaroon na po ng final kung ilan po ito, nagkaroon ng on-site inquest proceeding na. Was conducted by the Provincial Prosecutor ng Batangas noong April 16 na accused was assisted by a member of the public attorney's office. No. Okay, next. 15 ba yun?
16 yung inquest.
Okay. So ito po yung mugshot nung ano, kasi marami nagsasabi bakit naka-blurred. Kasi po sinusundan po natin yung protocol po ng human rights, no? Hindi po namin pwedeng ano. Anyway, andyan naman yung pangalan niya and public records po yan. Next. At ito po, baka sinasabi hindi nakakulong. Talagang nakakulong po yan, no? Nasa Batangas Provincial Jail. Ngayon, yung
And
yes,
in
sir.
fact, andito siya ngayon, di ba? Dinadala natin dito ngayon. But
Yes, sir.
because of the request of the RD that doon na lang sa executive session kausapin. Anyway, at least nakita ng mga tao nandito siya.
Nandito po
Andyan siya,
yan. At
andyan.
nakakulong po yan.
Nakakulong siya, facing
Yes, sir.
charges. Ano mga kasong file, sir?
Dalawa po, ito po yung paggagamit ng maraming mga plaka ng, kasi maraming plaka at pagtatransport po ng droga. No? At ano pa ba ibang charges, Jim?
Section 5, RA 4165, tsaka Section 31 ng RA 4136.
So yun na yun. Okay. So yun po, section
Recently, nakakulong siya sa
Batangas po.
Batangas
Provincial Police.
Police Provincial Office.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So ngayon, siguro naman sa ating mahal na chairperson at sa ating mga kababayan, klaro po ito, these pictures are available, they're part of the evidence, ipapakita namin that we have really complied, the RD and of course the PD, all the police, no, we have complied with the three-witness rule and the technicality, yung chain of custody. Mahirap po iyan kasi magkamali po dyan. Ngayon, yung tanong, yung estimate na yan. Kung titignan po natin, nangyari po ito'y 7:30 ng umaga. Ako po'y nasa kumpil ng anak ko nung tinawagan ako. Pagpunta ko roon, hindi ko nga akalain ganyan kadami. Mga 12 o'clock ng tanghalian. At tapos, marami na hong media. So I was given a briefer. So sabi namin, mga ilan ba ito? Sabi ngayon ng PIDEA, I think it was Asek Kumba, Renating Gumban, who said that, well, approximately mga ano po yan, mga 2 tonelada. Sabi ko, sigurado ba ho kayo? So it was in the briefer. Pero inuulit ko, hindi mo naman, kasi makikita, matatansya rin sa dami. So, tinatansya. Ibig po sabihin nitong approximate, no, tansyahan lang po yan. Hindi namin sinasabi yun na po. In fact, kung pwede lang po, Mr. Chairperson, yung sinabi ko noon, baka pwede paparinig ko lang po sa publiko ngayon. Jean, please.
Ang nahuling mga droga ay more or less, no, ayon sa estimate ng PIDEA, higit kumulang, no, approximate lang po ito, mga 2 tonelada. 2 tonelada. At ito'y more or less nakakahalagang mga 13.3 billion pesos based on standard drug price. No? Kung ating tatansyahin po ito. Muli, lahat sinasabi ko, ito'y lahat approximately o higit kumulang.
So,
Ang nahuli
So kung makikita nyo, paulit-ulit na po ako. Approximately, estimate, tinatansya, estimated, higit kumulang. Lahat ng klaseng lengguwahe, ginamit ko na po. No? So sana po, ang sa akin lang, Mr. Senator, tama po kayo. Napakahirap nitong laban sa droga. Isipin nyo na lang kung ito'y pumasok sa merkado, ilang mga bata ang sisirain ito. Pero yung nagtrabaho dyan ng ating kapulisan, yung ahong kapitan na naging major, binabati ko siya dahil hindi lang yung pagod ang ginawa nila. Mr. Senator, ito'y buwis buhay. Ibang klaseng mga tao to, hindi mo masabi yung safety ng pamilya nila, yung safety nila. So yun lang naman ang hinihiling ko sa publiko. Please, no, basta kami, kung ano pa man, we will continue with our work. At lalabanan namin ang droga. We promise you that, Mr. Senator. Magandang umaga po at maraming salamat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that briefing.
Your Honor, meron lang sana akong ano.
Well, I will recognize you later. Actually, sa next topic na tayo,
Yes.
I will recognize you if I need your opinion. Please, hintay lang muna sandali. General Lucas, so this operation was not the nature of operation. purely checkpoint operation na nagkabulagaan, random operation, or intelligence-driven operation, or what?
Sir, before I will answer your question, please allow me to read my opening statement. To the esteemed members of the honorable body, the Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, chaired by Honorable Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, the Secretary of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, Secretary Benjamin Abalos Jr., sir, maraming salamat po sa suporta. Director General Moro Virgilio Lasso of PDEA for the technical support, sir, maraming salamat din po. Fellow officers from the Philippine National Police, pleasant morning to all of us. On behalf of PRO Calabarzon, we wish to extend our appreciation in this invitation, an opportunity for us to inform the public of what transpired on April 15, 2024, that eventually led to the seizure of more than 1 ton of meth, commonly known as shabu. In response to the marching order of the Chief of the Philippine National Police that the PNP should be visible on the streets, the PRO identified strategic areas where to set up checkpoints operation to assist in the public and preempt lawless elements from the nefarious activities. It is during the conduct of checkpoint operation last April 15, 2024 at around 7:20 a.m. by the members of Alitagtag Municipal Police Station along Barangay Pinagkurusan, Alitagtag, Batangas. The team, led by Police Captain Luis De Luna Jr., was able to flag down a silver photon passenger van with plate number CBM 5060, with several plate numbers found in front of the passenger seat and loaded with sacks containing clear plastic containers with white crystalline substance. Examination conducted by PDEA confirmed the same to be shabu. At exactly 9:15 in the morning, I informed the Chief PNP, Police General Romel Francisco Marbil, of the discovery of the illegal drugs. Ang instruction po niya is to secure the suspected illegal drugs. For 43 hours, I acted as the ground commander from the time of unloading until the official turnover to PDEA in Quezon City. The driver of the flag down van was later identified as Mr. Ajalon Michael Sarate, who claimed to have no knowledge of the illegal drugs confiscated in this operation, was arrested and subjected to on-site inquest proceedings on April 16, 2024 for violation of Section 5 of Republic Act 9165 and Section 31 of Republic Act 4136, as several plate numbers were initially found inside the van. The confiscated illegal drugs were continuously inventoried in accordance with existing laws for almost 35 hours. Likewise, backtracking of the CCTV footages were undertaken, which led us to Nasugbo, Batangas, where the illegal drugs were offloaded from a sailboat. Operatives were also able to identify the true identity of the arrested suspect and his cohorts, who were in 3 separate vehicles found to be in convoy with the intercepted photon van. Lateral coordination with the other law enforcement agencies were made for further verification of the suspect and other identified personalities. At this juncture, I would like to take the opportunity to publicly acknowledge the assistance and support extended to us by Honorable Edelberto Pungos, the Mayor of the Municipality of Alitagtag, Batangas, Honorable Alfredo Mertola, the Barangay Chairman of Pinagkurusan, Alitagtag, Batangas, and all the members of their council. The traffic enforcers who directed the flow of traffic under the heat of the sun, members of the Batangas Prosecutor's Office and media practitioner, our witnesses during the almost 35 hours of continuous inventory. Wala pong tulugan ito, Your Honor. And most of all, the people of Barangay Pinagkurusan, Alitagtag, Batangas, who stayed with us for almost 43 hours. During that time,
Kenneth, excuse me. What do you think, bakit umabot ng 43 hours?
Sir, because of the bullion po, sir.
Volume.
Opo.
Napakarami.
Yes, sir.
Tapos yung weighing scale ninyo, isa-isang dadaan doon.
Yes, sir. Because nung tinanong namin, sir, yung prosecutor kung pwedeng by 10 na lang, sir, hindi po sa pumayag because yung confiscated drugs po, sir, nakalagay individually sa plastic container.
So one by one, bawat
Opo.
plastic lagay sa weighing scale.
Yes,
Bawat
Your
plastic lagay ganon.
Yes, Your
Hindi
Honor.
pwede yung isang buong sako nilagay nyo doon.
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Kaya umabot ng 43 hours.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
During that time, the PNP experienced the hospitality of the people of Pinagkurusan, Alitagtag, Batangas. Sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat po. Your Honor, if during our presentation, you will notice some lapses in our courses of action, please guide us, help us, because on that day, everybody was overwhelmed because of the large amount of illegal drugs confiscated. Dahil kung hindi, sino pa ang magtuturo sa amin? Sino pa ang magtatanggol sa amin? In my previous appearances in this honorable body, lagi ko po kayong naririnig na less than 1% lang of the 230 strong PNP personnel ang naliligaw ng landas. Your Honor, these police officers who are part of this accomplishment are part of the 99% police officers whose only mission is to serve and protect the community. It is with high hope that at the conclusion of this hearing, the PNP be recognized for this accomplishment. Maraming salamat po, and once again, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Yeah, but thank you for that information. For the record, I want to wholeheartedly congratulate you for that accomplishment. Wala akong duda.
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to set the record straight.
Yes, sir.
Wala akong duda sa inyo. Baka sabihin ninyo, pinatawag ko kayo dito ng hearing dahil marami akong pagdududa. Gusto ko lang paliwanag ninyo sa buong kapuluan kung ano yung nangyari talaga.
Yes.
Alam ko na habang nagsalita ka, masyadong mabigat yung delivery of words mo. Mukhang galit ka na siguro sa akin, ha?
Hindi po, sir. Senator,
Congratulations.
gusto lang ho namin din magpasalamat sa inyo sa pagpapatawag nyo para mailahad sa ating mga kababayan ang nangyari. At of course, para pasalamatan ng gusto ang pulis at ang mga tiga Batangas, lahat po ng tumulong, ang mga Coast Guard natin, lahat po, mga piskal, lahat po ng tumulong. Salamat po.
And thank you rin, sir. Being isang former Chief PNP, thank you for promoting, spot promotion doon sa Chief of Police ng Alitagtag na nagakandak ng checkpoint. Thank you. At least recognize yung kanilang effort. Thank you. Going back to my question, kindly answer the question. Was that intelligence-driven or random checkpoint? Bulaga lang sa checkpoint or what?
Random checkpoint, Your Honor.
Random. Okay. So, kasi yung ibang nag-isip na sinit up lang daw, gano'n. So, klaro, random checkpoint. Checkpoint. Okay. So, that's talagang the Lord is watching us. Sabi ni Lord, dapat mahuli ka. Dapat ma-checkpoint ka. Di ba? Dapat ma-checkpoint ka. Dahil kung hindi yun na-check, napakaraming buhay masisira sa Shabu na yun. So magpapasalamat tayo sa sipag ng inyong mga tauhan dyan. Yun nga lang. Diretso na ako sa next tanong ko kanina. First time natin ito ngayon na experience na Shabu, ang traffickers ay mga puti. Di ba? Parang ano tingin mo? Yes, sir. Go
Mr.
ahead.
Senator, pasensya na po kayo ba?
Yeah.
Pero ito po kasi ay sub judice po, nasa korte na po ngayon. At kami po'y nag-iingat lang at gusto po namin talagang makulong lahat ito.
I'm not
Yeah.
asking the identities ng mga tao dito. I am just a general impression. Bakit nag-ship yung operations from mga Chinese, ngayon mga puti na ang involved. Yun lang, that's a general... I don't think this will jeopardize the case in court. Ang akin lang is, if you want to answer, bakit kaya bigla nag-ship na ganito, ibang tao na involved?
Your Honor, in as much as I want to answer your question, however, yung case na po is nasa court and there is an ongoing case build-up with the Department of Justice dito po sa pangyayaring ito, Your Honor. Sorry po.
Okay, but just want to impress upon you that yung sub judice na yan, there is a Supreme Court ruling na whatever gustong malaman ng isang legislative inquiry ay hindi po yan covered ng sub judice rule, sabi ng Supreme Court. But anyway, that's beyond the... Sabihin ko lang sa inyo, sinabi ko lang yan.
Mr. Chairperson.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Lahat po ibibigay po namin sa inyo,
Okay
lahat
nga.
po ng
Kaya nga sir,
executive session po.
kaya nga yung
ibibigay po namin.
Kaya nga yung tawag ito, yung executive session natin.
Yes, sir.
I'm willing to hear everything.
Yes, sir. Lahat
Okay.
po ng info gusto nyo, bibigay po namin sa inyo
Okay,
po
sir.
lahat. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So, para hindi ma-break ito, bago tayo meron pang gusto magsalita about this?
Mr.
Meron pa?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
at this point lang po, anyway, nandito na rin po lahat. I would just like to emphasize na archipelagic tayo, marami tayong isla. At kung makikita po natin ay puro tubig po ito, tamang-tama po andito po ang ating Coast Guard na tingin ko kailangan talaga ng suporta po talaga sila. At hindi lang suporta sa gamit, sa sinasabi nilang radar, pero higit sa lahat sa polisiya, yung tinatawag na pleasure boats, no? Dahil hindi raw nila maipasok, no, ng marina. At this point, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairperson, can I give the floor to Commodore Tobilla of the Coast Guard?
Yes, Commodore Tobilla, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. To the other members and everyone present, good morning. I am Coast Guard Commodore Jeronimo Tobilla. I am the Commander of Coast Guard District Southern Tagalog. Thank you very much, Secretary Abalo, sir, for recognizing the Coast Guard. Of course, the complexities of our country is really, when it comes to maritime, is very vast. No? Ika nga nila, sir. No? And there's a dire need for us to strengthen our policies and capacitate the Coast Guard in improving our technical capacity in monitoring such boats or watercrafts within our coastal areas and our sea lanes, sir.
Thank you. So, anong mga gusto mong pulusiya na pwede natin i-amend? May mga batas ba kayong pwedeng i-amend para to capacitate you some more?
Yes, sir. I do believe, sir, that the Marina has amendments for the Memo Circular 2019-01 or the regulations of pleasure yachts in our country. And as the enforcing body of Marina regulations, we are hoping that this amendment will soon come into reality so that we could strengthen our inspections on this pleasure yacht, sir.
Okay. You please coordinate with Marina. And kung kailangan ng Marina ng legislation para dyan, coordinate with us para gawa natin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi yung sabi mong i-amend ng Marina is, what's that, executive order? Or
It is a memo circular,
a
sir.
memo circular, so purely administrative in nature. So if you want it to be a legislated law, then coordinate kayo sa Marina and my COMSEC is ready to accommodate everything that you want done as far as legislation is concerned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. So you want to say something? Captain Anggi. Ano ka ni Anggi na 76? Ha? Pamangkin.
Yes, Sir Honor. To the Honorable Chair, good morning, sir. And to the rest of the attendees of this committee meeting. I am Coast Guard Captain Joe Mark Ange, the Deputy Chief of Coast Guard Staff for Maritime Safety Services, CG8. So I would like to take this opportunity to mention to this committee that we need some legislation so that we can better perform our function in checking, particularly this pleasure yacht. So as per our current policy, the pleasure yachts are not subjected to our inspection unless it is being used to carry passengers or cargo. But if it is for personal use, we have less jurisdiction on that. And in aid of legislation, may we recommend, since we are in an archipelagic country, we have more than 7,600 islands. So maybe we can designate a mandatory port for every region or province as the need arises, kung ilan per region or ilan per province, a mandatory entry port for all these pleasure yachts coming from outside the Philippines. Not those Philippine flag pleasure yacht or those domestic registered pleasure yacht, but for foreign going or for those who came from foreign port. So this is for the purpose of cost efficiency, for the purpose on the part of the government, be it the Coast Guard, Customs, Immigrations, and quarantine. So before they will be heading, since most of the activities of the pleasure yacht, ang pinupuntahan nila is itong mga island or mga resorts na pwede sila magstay coming directly from outside the country. So may we request that there will be a mandatory entry port for each let's say major island or region, so that all the government agencies who will be conducting boarding formalities dun sa port na yun, sir, para wala silang dediretsohan na didikitan na diretsong port or resort na pwede nilang puntahan, but on that mandatory port.
Okay, we will do that. We will do that. But right now, you mean to say na merong private yacht dyan nasa karagatan natin, hindi mo sila pwedeng i-checkpoint, parahin mo dahil may impormasyon ka, tumawag yung counterpart mo doon sa Canadian Drug Enforcement. O merong isang Canadian dyan na naka-sailboat, papunta dyan, may laman na droga, i-intercept ninyo. So, Coast Guard, hindi mo parang kayang parahin yun porque private siya na sailboat, hindi mo pwedeng parahin?
In that case, sir, pwede, sir.
Okay. So, gusto mo yung legislation talaga na obligado silang lahat magpa-inspection once they enter Philippine territory?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will do that. We will do that. Kumsek, take note. Thank you. Any more?